friend and one of the best BDMs in the world, Randy, with us. Randy,
hi
thank
everybody.
you so much for coming.
It's my
Thank
pleasure.
You.
How are you all, everybody?
This is Royal Week, and this is all about Royal. So if you have any questions, today and tomorrow are the days to ask.
Exactly. Wait till tomorrow. Ask today, but tomorrow's exciting. I've got a really fun presentation for y'all.
And I would love to go my presentation to Randy, but I cannot see the small print that's behind me. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Sorry, I am getting much older, and it is sometimes hard to see.
That's why I brought these with, folks.
I have to schedule an eye appointment because these things right here are
And
not
I've outgrown
working.
these already. I can barely see still.
All right, so today is all about maximizing your sales with Royal. So we got tools and tips for all you travel agents, and we're really excited. Marketing doesn't have to be overwhelming. With the right tools, you can attract clients, build trust, and close more sales. Today, Royal Caribbean, Randy, will share marketing insight and sales techniques for travel agents.
That's right.
Look at this. Check this. See how whiz bang that is?
Yeah.
Randy, what are some of the best educational resources available for travel agents looking to specialize in sailing Royal Caribbean?
One of the best is our Royal Caribbean University.
Yep.
And you could get that just going on to cruisingpower.com or even on to loyaltyalways.com and go on. And Royal Caribbean University is an intense makeup of like little 5-minute vignettes. The great part about this is if you want to do a few of them and then leave the computer, come back 2 months later, it picks you up right where you left off. So you never have to restart. And once you get on, you don't have to go, oh my God, I got to do it all today. So at your leisure, do it. But there's all of these great things. Not only does it discuss the product of Royal Caribbean, which will give you great knowledge, but we also have selling techniques and things that you can learn from our university that you can use in your everyday world of selling travel. We've even got accreditation. You could get CLIA accreditation. That's how great our Royal Caribbean University is.
Love it.
So that's one way.
Yeah.
Another great resource is me. I don't want to be the Maytag repairman. I want people to call me and email me. Email is the best way to get to me because I travel. I'm on the road a lot. So you just go to randyRsupport@rccl.com. And I'm there, and I have an inside partner, Beatrice, and the two of us will help you gain things. And I'm going to send Jose some things that he could post in the cafe with marketing tips. And I have a whole sheet I put together that'll say marketing tips under $25, marketing tips that you can do for under $50, just different things and ways to grow your business.
Awesome. Number 2, can you share some success stories of travel agents who have effectively marketed on social media?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Really good ones too, because what they did was they found a niche market. And for instance, I have a lady that does rubber stamping. It's like an arts and crafts kind of thing. She came to me one day, and I want all of you to do this as a homework assignment, okay? She came to me one day and said, I want to develop groups, and I want to find some specialty type of groups, not just the run-of-the-mill. I said, you know what? You're going to go over to a store like Hobby Lobby or a bookstore, and you're going to look at every magazine that's on that rack and realize they may be really far-fetched. She found one that said rubber stamping. And I thought, and I said to her, you know, if they're publishing a magazine, that means there's a huge market for that.
That's right.
They're not publishing a magazine for 5 people to read it. So she took it upon herself. This was 14 years ago, everybody. She took it upon herself, and she looked in the magazine and saw that there was a couple conventions in her area. She went to one of the conventions with her flyers and started putting out flyers, and she got a little group that day. But now, with the way social media is now she designed a special Facebook group. And, you know, people see it and they say you're invited to join it, and this one invites this one, that, and then she does her marketing through that, and it's been very successful. Like I said, she averages 200 to 300 people every year for that. Another agent of mine had a hobby of making miniature figures. Well, I told her the same deal. She went to a convention and she's handing out flyers at the convention, and for this December on our Quantum of the Seas, she's got 42 cabins sold already.
Wow.
And they're going to do in the conference rooms the miniature aspect. So if you have any ideas that you like and want to do, call me. I'm filled with great ideas and we can find a way to do it. I'm your best source. I want all of you on this phone call to become a Randy groupie, because really everybody, groups equals cash. Yep. That's the name of the game here. If you want to increase your revenue, always do groups. And then I must tell you, Reggie, a really great thing about this is look at where your ship always begins and where it ends. And this is even not just for group, but for an FIT. And then decide, hey, I could build a pre or a post trip there. That's right. And I have an agency using a land operator. They're doing a 5-day cruise for me from New Jersey, which is the New York City area, to Bermuda. And what they did was they went to this tour company, and in the brochure there's things called spotlights, where they're doing a 5-day New York theater tour. So now they're doing a 10-day vacation with 5 days in New York, doing the theater, and then on top of that, they're using the air through the tour operator to get better prices. And now they're unique to her whole area. Nobody else has that kind of vacation. So always look at before and after, where a ship begins and ends, and let's build something together. And being part of Travelers Network, you have 1 million tour operators that I'm sure in your background of there's a listing of where they could go look.
Number 3 here for Randy. You've already touched about this, but just in case, our viewers who just joined us, are there any brand marketing materials or social media templates available for agents to use?
Absolutely. And you can find everything on, and I don't know, Amanda, if you could type this into a chat box. It's Loyal, Loyal, the word to, T-O, the word you, Y-O-U, and the word always, ALWAYS.com. LoyalToYouAlways.com. When you open that up, there's 5 different headings at top. One of them is offers. And we have already pre-made beautiful flyers that all you do is type your name and phone number in, and boom, you've got a beautiful flyer. You go over to the marketing site, and there's all different categories. We have microsites where you could just take our videos and our microsites and put them on. We have another area on there which will have Facebook and social media template ads for you to do, even direct mail if you want to do a postcard. It's really a site that you should hold near and dear to you. You don't need a password or a sign-in, just loyaltoalways.com. And there's even a section on deployment that lists every ship, sailing date, and itinerary all over the world. You just pick by region and you look at that.
Fantastic. Next slide, Amanda. We're rolling here. Engaging your audience, key marketing ideas, limited time deals, exclusive offers, which we know Royal does once in a while, and then create engagement posts on social media. Randy just touched about that. You know, do Facebook groups, you know, and go ahead, you can talk more about it.
Go through all the groups on there and join some. It may not be the one you create, but join one and then talk about what you've got going. There's all these groups of the so-and-so fan club and this, that. So find out who's like the head of the fan club or whatever, and say, hey, let's do a fan club cruise, and wave the carrot of, you get me 16 cabins, you are going to sail free on a beautiful cruise. That goes for churches and everything like that as well. What was the other question on that? Special deals.
Yeah.
Again, everybody, if you look at loyaltoalways.com, I would make that a regular thing for you to look at on every Monday morning. And you'll see the different offers. We have things throughout the month called flash sales, which I send over to Jose, and I think he posts it on your back office
Travel
or
Cafe.
in the Travel Cafe. But we've got all kinds, a 24-hour sale with up to $800 off. And Jose and I talked about that yesterday. It was just yesterday, a one-day sale, up to $800 off,
Yeah.
plus everything else. So these are the things that could do that for you. And also, you guys are fortunate with Archer. They've invested a lot of money for you being part of TLN, and they've made it to the President's Club level, which cost them substantial amount of money to be bought into. But because of that, you get these offers every month, like specialty dinners for two. And all of these, let your clients know that these are a gift from you to them. So take advantage. And I send that out every month when there's a President's Challenge offer, President's Club offer. I send that out to you guys also.
And Randy's already talked about number 2 to you guys, creating engagement posts on social media, putting that carrot out there. But number 3, Randy, I think it's more traditional. What it is hosting a travel theme party. When's the
I
last
love
time?
those.
Aren't those the best?
They're the best.
Talk about that for a
I
second.
do virtual and I do local. So if you're in my area, great. If you're not, we do a virtual. I have a beautiful invitation that I will set up the link for the WebEx. I put the link into the invite. I will send you the PDF link. You can put in some other information of your name and all of that for RSVP. And then you could just forward it out to everybody via email, wherever they're located. Once you decide what time and everything, wherever they're located, they could just sign in and I'll be on there. I'll make you the agent as a presenter with me, and we could do a great thing.
Yep.
And again, talking about themes, we can make it like, hey, everybody wear a sombrero today. Let's talk about Mexican Riviera cruises. And what I'd like to do is, before we do this cruise night, work with you, and we can look at the TLN group, headquarter groups, and pick out 4 or 5 of those groups so you don't have to lay out any money because the groups are there. And let's focus on 5 groups and maybe with their destinations, and then we go to town selling it all. But I love doing them, so please call me. We set them up. I've done a lot for your agents. They've called me and we do them quite a bit.
And they're a lot of fun, and you get a lot of sales out of it. If you're brand new to Evolution, welcome. This is the midpoint of our show. My name is Reggie Rivas, one of the owners of Archer Travel. But more importantly, we're here with the BDM of Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, Randy. And Randy's the best. So if you ever have any questions, please email him. And what's your email address again?
It's Randy R. Support, SUPPORT, at rccl.com.
So this segment here, Randy, is all about boosting visibility on social media. Whether it's, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everyone's using all these. Through your experience with you working with our agents, can you give our agents here right now some insight on what types of client agents should try to reach out on social media to go on your ships?
Families.
There you go.
We are the #1 multi-generational cruise line. We've been voted that years in and years out. We also were voted for the last 7 years in a row by the readers of Travel Weekly, which are all of you agents. Best entertainment in the industry. Many of our ships have full Broadway musicals, as we discussed yesterday, with the Star of the Seas coming out with Back to the Future and the Icon having Wizard of Oz. We've got Hairspray on one ship, Grease on another, Cats, you name it. We've got some beautiful entertainment. So also, when you're looking at a marketplace, people who love the theater, why not go out and look at, go to the local theater guild or the local, I did one up in Santa Barbara with an agency. We went to the local community theater there. The president of that theater area, we said, why don't you do a free cruise? You want a free cruise? All you have to do is bring the 16 cabins. And what we did was we created a great thing. We did a short cruise we found out of London. That was just a 4-night over to Paris. But then when they came back, we did 4-night theater package in the West End of London. And it was a huge hit. And he sold so many cabins on it. So these are ways. We've just got to be creative. There's groups for everything out there. And another thing that I could tell you that you could do with social media, because they all have Facebook posts, I tell everybody, you don't have to live in the city where the capital of your state is, but go to the internet, go to the white pages for your state capital, like Jefferson City, Missouri. When I was a sales rep in the Midwest, back then there was no computer, so I stopped at a phone book, opened it up, and I ripped out all the pages under statewide associations. And I had an agent do an email blast. I mean, not an email, I'm sorry, a direct mail sending out letters. Hey, I specialize in association meetings, board meetings, whatever, onboard cruise ships. Ask me how. Do you know I ended up from those? We got the funeral directors of Missouri. Oh. They had their board meeting, and then they had their association meeting with over 62 people joining us on there.
That's fantastic.
So utilize the computer now. Look at statewide associations in the white pages, and you'll find it. May I tell you one more great marketing idea?
Do. This is great for our agents.
I had an agent whose husband was a CPA accountant. And I gave her an idea, and it worked, and she's in her third year doing it. Realize, everybody, April 15th is tax day. Realize that those accountants have been working their butts off since January. And by the time tax season ends April 15th, I guarantee you every one of those accountants is going to be taking a vacation sometime in May.
Yep.
Why not you be the one that they book it through? So I told this lady this. She talked to her husband, and they found that there was a citywide CPA association, sort of like, as a lawyer that I am, there's the Bar Association. Well, they have similar things for the CPA. So she did a big, she put an ad in their local newsletter that said, you've been giving your clients tax breaks all year. Now it's time for you to take a break.
I like that.
Call me about your vacation after tax time. And it just kept growing and growing, and now she's in her third year. So these are the things. Step outside the box.
Yes.
And one thing I could say to all of you is, do not be an order taker. If you're going to be an order taker waiting someone to call you to do it, you're not going to be around in another year or so. You've got to create the demand and the want for those people to come to you.
Absolutely. And number two, I can answer. It says, how can agents make the most of social media content? It's very simple. Share clients' testimonies and pictures. Share what their experiences are. They take pictures of when they're on a Royal Caribbean cruise line. They send you pictures and all that. Share that. That's great content. But number three, Randy.
Can I say something please. On number two?
Yeah.
I have an agent. She's a single agent herself. But every time she goes on a ship, whatever, she does a TikTok video of it, of the whole ship, of the rooms, a whole ship tour and everything. And she is number 3 in her whole consortium for Royal Caribbean sales. Wow. And she's never even met these people in person. They're all booked and done through TikTok. So definitely share that. But one more thing, and if you're coming to the conference, at my trade show table, I will have the flyer, but I've talked about it on other trainings, and I could do another training down the road on it. Royal Caribbean invests a lot of money in a company called Rallio. Rallio. And I must tell you, Archer Travel is one of the top users. Your agents are top users of Rallio. So if there are any agents out there that use Rallio, share it with some of your other agents that maybe aren't familiar with it. And for those people who don't know what it is, this is great free marketing for you. Royal Caribbean, as well as other cruise lines, hotel, land people, we pay a lot of money to Rallio, and we send them every month all different marketing advertisements, really high quality. And all you have to have as you need to have a Facebook business page or a LinkedIn or an Instagram, and you go onto Rallio, you join it for free, you sign up, and you give them all the information about your agency, and you pick out which vendors you want to have things pushed to you every month. Obviously, Royal Caribbean will be the first one, and you pick a few others, and every month they will be pushed out to your pages and be shared to your whole base. So your key right now is to keep getting people signed up onto your Facebook pages and things like that. And then this Ralio will do it, and it personalizes it right for your agency. It's free of charge.
Yeah.
It costs us thousands of dollars a month, but it's another tool that we at Royal, agents to us are the most important thing. You are our partners, and you will always be our partners. We're not trying to bypass you in any way, and we want to keep giving you tools for you to succeed. When you succeed, everybody, I succeed, Reggie succeeds.
Amen to that. Number 3, what types of questions could agents ask on social media to get clients interested in your brand?
Questions such as, when you go on vacation, well, the best question that every agent should ask when they speak to a client, but put it on, hey, curious everybody, what was your best vacation and why?
There you go.
And just from that answer, you all can take so much info from that. They may say, oh, my best vacation was I took my family excuse me, to Maui last year, and we stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. And so you're thinking to myself, if I were live, I'd be pointing to you and saying, well, what does that mean to you? So I'm going to point to you, and I'm going to tell you what I expect you to say back to me. Okay, he likes the Ritz-Carlton, so we know he likes upscale things. He liked to go during the holidays, so he likes to travel holidays, and he likes to travel with family. 3 things right there. You should make folders at home. One called family, one called maybe couples, one is holiday sailings, and then somebody who answers it, you can make copies of their answers and slip them into different files.
Yep.
Find out where they live, what state, and make a file for the residence file. But these are questions. Ask investigative questions and get the answers. So the guy from the Ritz-Carlton, and he wants a quote, don't ever offer him an inside or an ocean view cabin. Start at the suites and work yourself down. If you start at an inside, there's nowhere to go but down, where right below the inside would be having a cabin with Jacques Cousteau as your cabin attendant underwater. So always ask these investigative questions. So the question everybody should ask is, what was your best vacation and why? And then say, where do you hope to travel in the next 6 months? And then have people think, how often do you take vacation in a year? Have you ever been on a cruise before? If so, which one? This way you get to know what brand they are, because they may have loyalty points with the different brands. And say, do you travel always with family? Do you travel with friends? And ask these kind of questions. For instance, if you ever do a trade show in your local area, you need to make up a little form with these kind of questions. And maybe I can work with the Archer people here where we could develop something that you could go get it off of your list that you could take when you do a bridal show or something like that. Speaking of bridal shows,
he's given you so much wealth of knowledge.
Oh my gosh,
we could be here for hours.
Years.
So man, I don't know how many slides you have for us, but we got a lot going on here. So
let me just finish one more thing with the bridal shows. I find bridal shows, I never get honeymoon business out of them, but where we got business is advertising bachelor and bachelorette party weekends. Because the old days when, well, I'm much older than Reggie. In my day, a bachelor party was a one night out at a bar with your friends. Nowadays, it's all destination weekend, bachelor and bachelorette parties. So market those at a bridal show if you're going to do one. And also on Facebook, talk about that. Go to some Facebook groups that are talking about brides-to-be or something like that. And put up there saying, hey, I do bachelor, bachelorette party weekends. Call me. All they can say is no, everybody.
That's all
just learn that. Don't be afraid to ask the weirdest, wildest things. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So we have some pro tips here for them. People don't buy trips. They buy experiences and memories. So Randy, what are some common mistakes travel agents make when marketing cruise online, how can they avoid them? So the question is, what are some common mistakes travel agents make when marketing cruises online?
Well, when marketing cruises online, basically some of them are just like 7-day Caribbean from $5.99.
Right.
Boom. What about painting a picture of, imagine yourself sitting on the beach at perfect day at Coco Cay, enjoying the beach, the cabanas, the free food and everything. You could get this when you do a Royal Caribbean cruise for 3 days to 7-day cruises starting from X price.
So be creative and give more detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, as a travel agent, advisor, I should say, you wear a lot of different hats. One hat is you've got to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay? You got to teach the clients. Another hat is you got to be a lawyer. You've got to learn to overcome their objections. Oh, I don't want to go on a cruise because I get seasick. Well, then think in your mind and say, you know what? You don't want to go on a transatlantic cruise where you're 5-6 days at sea, but think about our ships that sail from San Juan, Puerto Rico, where every single day they're in a port of call. So they're only sailing while they're sleeping at nighttime. So learn to overcome their objections. Oh, I'll get fat. No, we have all healthy food choices now on all of our menus. Great things. Whatever they're going to come with, you can have a comeback to it. So another hat you wear is an artist. You got to paint the picture, paint the imagery. And the last hat that I say is the most important is you got to be Sherlock Holmes. You've got to ask the investigative questions. And one thing that you must do is be a great listener.
Yes.
I mean, I learned that. I mean, you can hear me talk a lot, but my boss, my senior vice president, Vicky Free, talked to me once about it's okay to have an uncomfortable silence.
Yes.
Because it makes people think and it makes them provoke to start talking again. And that's one of the best lessons I ever had.
Well, the other thing too is, like you said, investigate, but know the product.
Absolutely.
Know the product.
And
of
again,
Royal.
through Royal Caribbean University, if you're located in a town where it's a port city, let us know. Send us an email to Randy, our support, saying I live in this town. Let me know when there's available ship tours. Even though I may not be there, we could put you on with one of our colleagues. Mm-hmm. Or you may want to say, you know what, I'm going to go to Miami for a weekend, and we could jump on a couple days worth of ship tours or something.
There you go.
And if you're ever somewhere on business or anything, then think about it.
Yeah, I love it. Start marketing now. This is the chance. So number one, what are some inside tips for selling more of Royal Caribbean and increasing commissions? You got any, you've given a lot of information.
Increasing the commissions in your thing, pre and post, but sell up, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, again, painting the picture. Somebody says, oh, I want an ocean view, but a balcony is only $200 more. So you know what you do? $210 more. So you divide it by, don't say, oh, well, you could go to a balcony for $210 more a person. They'll immediately shut you down. Just say, you know what? For $30 a day, you can upgrade to a beautiful balcony cabin. Why not do that? That's skipping one dinner out in the movie theaters or this, that, or whatever. So learn to sell up. Another great way, they come to you for a 4 or 5 night cruise, sell them up to a 7-night cruise.
There you go.
Ask them this question. They come to you and say, I want an inside cabin. Say, this is your vacation. Always make them keep saying yes to you. This is your vacation. Yes. You want to really have a great time. Yes. And then say, do you have a window in your bedroom at home? They'll go, yes. And say, then why, if you're going on vacation where you want to pamper yourself, would you want to live in a lower standard than how you live at home every day? And you could go from an inside to an ocean view for only another $15 a day per person.
There you go. Tomorrow, we have a sneak peek of training with you, Randy, at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
There you go. So what are you going to share with them tomorrow?
We're going to become groupies.
I love it.
And that's where the money is. So we're going to become groupies. And I just want to remind everybody that's on today, if you're booking any Royal Caribbean cruise, the only number you give to our reservation department is 818-248-9141. People have been given the customer service number, and if you book through that number, you're not going to make any commission, guys. The only number that's attuned is 818-248-9141, and that's for all U.S. agents located in the United States.
That's correct.
They're the only ones that can book through that phone number.
100%. So tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific time, stay tuned for Randy.
It's going to be fun, everybody.
So let's get started. Register for the portal. Following instructions on the back office, the Travel Cafe, supplier for access, Cruising Power. Download the latest resources and tools at loyaltoyoualways.com. Randy's talked about that several times today. And engage with your clients, audience, and build a rapport. So we have more questions. Let's get some questions from the agents.
This is my favorite part.
This is his favorite part.
So fire away, everybody.
So if you have questions, put in the chat box. Amanda will read them off. Go for it, Amanda.
Yeah, we have some questions. So the first question is, can you tell me where to find the TLN list that Randy mentioned?
The TLN headquarter list should be on the TLN website under where it says cruises under Royal, and it'll list all of them. And if you go into Cruising Power, when you're booking a cruise, it'll automatically pop up if there's a group on that date. But it's definitely in the area there, right in the TLN thing under the cruises area.
And the TLN portal is Agent Universe, if you want.
That's what it's called, Agent Universe. That's where you'll find all of our dates and even price advantages. You'll see that. Remember, with the TLN, the headquarter groups, they block that space the day deployment opens, which is the lowest price it'll ever be. It may be now. I had a great example last week with an agent, wanted an Icon sailing a double occupancy balcony. It was $6,800, the current rate. There was one cabin left in the TLN group for $3,640.
Oh, wow.
Boom, got it, because it was booked 7 months ago.
That's amazing.
Always look, even when you have one client coming to you, before you book them, look and see if there's a TLN group on it and move them right into that group. You get the same commission. You just use you use the Archer number when you're booking into that group.
Yep. And that's Agent Universe. So please go to Agent Universe for the
Those are where the rates are, but you call us to book it. You
go.
Can't book your space in Agent Universe.
Correct. Alrighty, next question, Amanda.
Perfect. Next question is, how do I get in touch with Randy, or do I look on Cruising Power for ship tours in the LA area?
No, you send me it, and I've got let me tell you right now, I've got one. I need the info back, though, by the 21st. I'm going to be doing a ship tour on the Navigator on April 4th, Friday, April 4th. So if any of you are interested, send me what I need from you is your name, driver's license number, email address, and cell phone number.
And what's the email they should email it to you?
RandyRsupport@rccl.com. And that's how you get in touch with me. No matter where you are in the country, I'm here to help y'all.
Perfect.
But there is a ship tour April 4th. And if you can't make that one, do not worry. Come June, July, and August, we're going to be doing lots of ship tours. Because we have 2 ships starting in June from LA. The Ovation of the Seas and the Navigator of the Seas will still be there.
Fantastic. Another question, Amanda.
Perfect. Next question is, will there be a Star of the Seas inaugural cruise for TAs to join? I've done my training, I've done my certification, I've done the university. Is there anything else I need to do?
No, there isn't, but the Star of the Seas, because of the way the timing is coming out, we're only going to have one inaugural, and so we're going to have very, very limited invitations. But down the road, maybe we could talk as a agency about doing a seminar at sea on the ship or something like that. But I don't see the possibility of getting a invite for Star because each of us is getting very limited. People think it's only for the sales department when a new ship comes out, but it's for the entire company. Right. We have the bankers coming that financed it, the shipbuilders, every single department in Royal Caribbean has invited people. So with the salespeople, we get very few cabins. But if you keep listening to the Vicky's Coffee Talks, she does give away cruises on Coffee Talk.
Yes, she does.
Once a month on Wednesdays. Tomorrow, we've got a Coffee Talk, 12 noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. It's all about the Ovation, and I'm actually going to be one of the presenters tomorrow. So sign up for that. I sent Jose the
link.
The link yesterday, but I can resend it to him when I get home.
Yeah, we'll send it to Amanda too. I'll make sure we get it in the Travel Cafe.
Okay, Amanda.
Yeah.
Good to know.
One more question, Amanda, because I know Randy's a very busy boy.
I can take 2 more.
Okay, 2 more, Amanda.
I love this. Paul.
I know you do. I don't know your time.
No, my goal is to keep you here all day.
Oh.
So you can work with other cruise lines.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
All right, go ahead.
2 more
everybody.
questions, Amanda.
Okay, I'm ready for you guys. Okay, so next question is, how do you register for Ralio? Do you register on Cruising Power or do you register on loyaltyyoualways.com?
You can register on Cruising Power. There's an area for Ralio, or you could just go to ralio.com and register that way. If you're going to be at the conference, I'm going to have a great flyer on that, and hopefully I can even send it out to the cafe to you, Amanda.
That'd be great. Like a QR code kind of deal, and
everything.
They can scan it and register on their phone.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Next question. Great question, by the way.
And will I see you all at the conference? Make sure you stop by in my trade show booth. And I'm going to be sailing with you guys also.
Yeah. Fantastic. Next question, Amanda.
Okay, this is a very specific question, and it might be more geared for tomorrow, because tomorrow you're talking about groups. So we'll see. Maybe you'll just save this one for tomorrow, but I'll ask it anyways. Yeah. Regarding groups that want to have their private event where they pass cost of this to guests, where can we get information on this? Requirements, if it's for Zumba or DJ, if we want to do a private event held for a group.
All right, so how you do that, it's very easy. And we will talk a little bit tomorrow about it, but you put the email address is the name of the ship. Let's pretend you're doing a group I have a salsa group coming on Navigator. So what you would do is you would put Navigator, the word Navigator, which is the name of the ship, and then you put events, EVENTS. So the ship name and the word events with an S at rccl.com. And those are the people that you would have to talk to reserve any meeting space on board. They will give you all the costs and everything. And if you want to build the cost in to the price of the cruise before you go out to your clients with the price, you could do something called a value add, which would add the cost on, which would allow us at Royal to take their credit card payment for more than the regular cruise price. And you have to be specific as to what the needs are. And if you have anything like that, before you try it on your own, just give me an email call, tell me what kind of group and what you want to do, and I'll work with you. I think the biggest problem is a lot of you think you don't want to bother me, and then you end up doing it on your own, and you end up, there's mistakes that are made, and unfortunately when you get back to me at that point, some of them can't be repaired. So let's be safer than sorry. Call me first. We could go over what you need, and then you know the right way to do everything. And then, of course, you can speak to the customer service people here at Archer as well. Very trained people there.
Well, Randy, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks, everybody.
I appreciate it.
I'll see you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
That's right. Be safe, keep traveling, and keep booking. Thank you very much. Please.
Keep Royal on top of your mind. We love Archer.
Yes.
And we want to just keep things growing.
And we love Royal, and we love you, the Evo agent. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.